So once these Byzantine scholars, scribes, intellectuals arrived in Florence, Venice, Rome, and so on, they created foundations for new scholarship. They taught Greek and shared their expertise in philosophy. Previously, Western European scholars used Latin translations, which they often got through Arabic translations of these Greek original works. And these translations could be a little messy or incomplete, whereas the Greek originals of texts on philosophy, literature, medicine, astronomy, and math changed everything. Think about the main figures of the Renaissance that you know. Galileo, Da Vinci, Machiavelli, Erasmus, Copernicus, Petrarch, Shakespeare, Christopher Marlowe, they all are products of Greek learning. I mean, to take you on a slight detour, Christopher Marlowe's Dr. Faustus, it's based on the German Faustbuch before it. It's one of the best plays of all time. And the central theme is about this desire to learn endlessly and consume every bit of knowledge. This has Renaissance and the injection of Greek learning in the West written all over it. Anyway, suddenly there's this influx of scholarship on human nature, our relationship to the divine, political theory, medical texts, geography, science, proportions, math, which all allowed for Western intellectual circles to build upon that knowledge and rethink everything that they knew. So now let's zoom in on two specific examples. The first is Bessarion, or Vissarion. He was born in Trapezunda and was a Byzantine theologian and scholar. He was the Bishop of Nicaea and was one of the main figures who tried to reconcile the Greek Orthodox and Catholic churches at the Council of Ferrara, Florence in 1431 to 1445. He ultimately converted to Catholicism and became a cardinal, essentially getting out while the getting was good. And he brought with him over 1,000 manuscripts with the works of Plato, Thucydides, Ptolemy, Aristotle, etc. And he donated a portion of this collection to the Republic of Venice, which became a central part of St. Mark's Library. Of course, he never forgot Byzantium, and he had ideas of retaking Constantinople, though they were obviously unsuccessful, but his contributions kept Greek issues and history and innovation alive. The next example I want to talk about is Manuel Chrysoloras. He was a scholar, teacher, a diplomat, and like Bessarion, he left Constantinople long before 1453. Chrysoloras was invited to teach Greek at the University of Florence, then Venice, Milan, Pavia, where he trained a generation of humanists in Greek learning. He wrote a Greek grammar textbook, brought his own library of manuscripts, and had his students translate the works of Homer and Thucydides. So this groundwork that he laid was what helped prepare the landscape of Italian scholars who were now primed to absorb this influx of Greek scholarship post-conquest. I want you guys to look at Raphael's painting, The School of Athens, painted in 1511. Here you see the Greek thinkers Plato and Aristotle as cultural icons. This is huge, and this represents this new introduction of Greek learning into this Western landscape. So this is how Byzantine learning planted the seeds that grew into the Renaissance.